Hey, One Mug World Entertainment. There's one game that they've been trying to make into a movie for years now. And every time they brought it up, people would get excited. And it never seemed to be able to take off. Until now. Metal Gear Solid is now finally in development. Problem is, it's from Final Destination Bloodlines duo Adam B. Stein and Zach Lipovsky. And the reason I say, unfortunately, is do you really want people who've done Final Destination movies to work on a Metal Gear Solid movie? Metal Gear Solid is one of those games that, to adapt it into a movie, should have been one of the easiest things to do. But they just could never get it done for some reason. And now they look like they're finally going to move forward with it. But let's have a look at what the article says about it. So, Solid Snake is finally making his way to the big screen. By the way, just before we go on, question now, will this actually happen? Or is this going to be another one of these? It's finally happening, and then it doesn't actually happen. My bet is it's probably going to struggle. I think we're going to constantly hear about rewrites, and all of a sudden, all these guys have dropped out and new people come on. I think it's going to go in that direction. But it says here, there have been several attempts to adapt Metal Gear Solid over the years. Viggo Mortensen, Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman and Oscar Isaac have all been linked to the lead role of Solid Snake, but nothing ever came true. Now, THR is reporting that Final Destination Bloodlines duo Adam B. Stein and Zach Lipovsky will direct an MSG movie for Sony Pictures as part of an expansive first look deal. Is Final Destination a Sony movie? I thought, why did I think that was a inline movie? Either way, and the reason I'm asking that is because it's saying here they're getting a first look deal, so I don't know what way those movies are. So I hate the Final Destination movies. The first one is cool. Second one was like, oh god, and then it just got stupid. So it says, as part of the deal, Lipovsky and Stein's newly launched company Wonderlab will develop films for the duo to direct and original projects that they will produce for other directors. The focus is creating widely fun, commercial, character-driven, genre-bending films. They are currently meeting potential executives to help lead the company. When you hear what they've just said, widely fun, commercial, character-driven, gender-bending films, you really got to take a step back and go, where the hell does Metal Gear Solid fit into that? So the Metal Gear franchise is made up of a series of Japanese action-adventure stealth games created by Hideo Kojima, I can never pronounce the guy's name, and developed and published by Konami. The first game, Metal Gear, was released way back in '87 for MSK home computers, though other characters have taken center stage. Players usually take control of legendary Special Forces operative Solid Snake as he seeks out to titular super weapon Metal Gear, a mecha with the ability to launch nuclear weapons. So Sony Pictures put out a statement, one of their president of the motion group, whatever, put out a statement saying, Zach and Adam are thrilling storytellers, masters of visuals and suspense, and two of the most impressive directors-producers working today. With projects across all the company's film labs, we are so happy to create a home for them and proud to have them as part of the Sony family. That's an interesting statement because I've never heard of these guys until Bloodlines, and even then I've only heard about them now when I'm reading this thing. I didn't know they made Bloodlines, so it's like, are they really that impressive? Like that they're pushing all this crap? It's so weird. So Lipovsky and Stein are already working on several projects for Sony, including an animated Venom movie, as well as an original sci-fi epic titled The Earthling from Columbia Pictures. So Lipovsky and Stein said in a statement, we are honored to be partnering with the incredible executive team at Sony. While working with several Sony teams in the last year, we've been blown away by the level of creativity, thoughtfulness, and passion we felt in every conversation. We share the vision that Tom, Sanford, Peter, Louise, Kristen, and Damon, Ashley, and the whole Sony team have for creating theatrical event films that entertain the world. Somebody should tell that to Morbius and Madam Web and stuff. Whew. So, Metal Gear Solid was nothing short of a groundbreaking cinematic masterpiece that forever revolutionized video games. We are thrilled and honored to bring Hideo Kojimi's iconic character and unforgettable world to life. So, if you actually get this done. So, it just kind of talks about the games then. Look, again, it's one of those games that should have been so easy to make. Problem I actually have now is, should it be the Western world that's making a Metal Gear Solid? Like the fact that they're saying, oh, you know, Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale and stuff like that. It realistically shouldn't not be a Japanese movie. I don't really know. Either way, what are they going to do with it at this stage? Are they like, is Solid Snake all of a sudden going to be black? Is he going to be gay or something? Like, come on, it's 2026. We've seen what these do with these type of things. Me, myself, I've only ever actually played the first 2 games. I can't remember where I played the first one. I played the second one because when I bought the PlayStation 2, way back when, you know, back in the day, it came with Metal Gear Solid 2. It was also, wasn't that the game? I actually got, I think, one of the last copies that still had the Twin Towers in it. I remember there was the thing that they had to kind of delay it because the Twin Towers, they wanted to remove it. But it was an interest. I was actually never the biggest fan of the games. The stories and stuff I really liked, but the gameplay, I wasn't that into the whole, you know, stealth thing of the entire game. But that's just me. But as I said, I enjoyed the stories that were there. But when you see something like it, you're like, okay, they're talking about making it into a movie. That should be one of the easiest things to do. And you know they're going to fuck it up. Like, there's no if, buts, ands about it. You know they're going to fuck this up. You're bringing in the guys who are saying, like, oh, we can't wait to bring these characters' lives up. You notice they never said how much they loved the games and have played the games and how, you know, Solid Snake is one of their favourite characters. They've said nothing like that. It's literally, oh yeah, we're just excited to make this into a movie. It's almost like you just wanted to take something really well known and go, let's finally do it. And I think that's hilarious. And it's also worrying because if these guys aren't even out there saying how much of a fan they were of this series or anything, it's kind of like, okay, should they be the ones doing it then? Again, do I think this movie is actually going to happen? I honestly, I think not. I think I'm leaning more now into the no. I think we're going to hear they've written a draft, it's being rejected, they're rewriting it, and then we'll get to, oh, they've decided to move on to a passion project of theirs or something, and they're giving it up to someone else and all this kind of crap. Either way, I don't know if it's in the best of hands. It should, again, be one of the easiest. Just take the story of the game and adapt that. That's all you have to do. It's not complicated. Don't add all your weird crap to it. Don't take away stuff you didn't enjoy from it. Take the game, the very thing that was popular and enjoyed, and adapt that. Obviously, you'll have to do things because you're not actually playing as Solid Snake. You're going to have to be watching him and stuff like that. But you know what I mean. You take that story and you adapt that story. That is how you make it work. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for this news? Do you think it will happen? And do you think this pair are the right pair to actually make this movie? Let me know. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.